This is the Fun and Bliss Manifesto. We believe fun is not frivolous, fun is fundamental. It's foundational. Bliss is not a luxury. Bliss is our birthright. Joy doesn't wait until everything is joy creates the perfect moment. Laughter is medicine, play is power, connection is everything. Hard work may seem to build success, but it's fun and play that manifest our highest and best. Welcome to the Fun and Bliss Show,
where fun is our practice
and bliss is our lifestyle.
I'm Monique.
And I'm Moneeka.
This is a show to help you laugh louder,
dance more often,
savor the silly and sacred alike,
and turn fun into a blissipline,
so we can live lives of more ease, love, prosperity, and joy.
Let's go!
Hey, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, Moneeka, what have you done for fun today?
Oh, I don't know. I was at the hospital all morning for my mom. Oh, I know what I did. I listened to a bunch of music that I made for this show. Yay! Last night. I actually sent you some of it. I don't know if you've listened to it. But
I did.
Yeah. So we are going to put bliss and fun music at the end of each episode. And if you love it, you can dance it out at the end. And if you don't love it, you can turn it off. But I made our first song, which was super fun. I was dancing to it this morning.
And I really liked it. We were talking about making a song for this show, and I thought it was going to be instrumental, and I thought, oh my God, it has words. And then I listened to it. I was like, ooh, this is really fun. I like it. So. It was a good beat. So I'm a fan. You all can tell us what you think at the end. But
we're putting it at the end so you don't have to endure it if you don't love it. So that's great. But we would love your feedback.
Yeah.
But that was super fun. Yeah.
But you're invited to do a dance break at the end with us because that's fun. Yeah. And
what did you do for fun today?
Speaking of dance breaks, right before we started recording, I made you do a 30-second dance party with me.
Oh my God, that is so much fun. I want to do that much more often. Where did you get that little thingamabobber?
It was a secret Santa. We do like a white elephant Santa thing at Christmas. Uh-huh. And this one was one, and I got it, and I had to fight for it, and it was awesome. So,
why do people consider that a white elephant gift? That's telling, actually.
No, this was like a $25. It's like a nicer white elephant.
Got it. Okay.
And we pick, and this one had my name written all over it. But
yeah,
I enjoy it because it's only 30 seconds, but it is so delightful. And it's like a German-sounding man that says 30-second dance party, and then it's like funny. Electronic dance music and just go crazy and it's
fun,
instant fun, mood lightener. Yeah. So that was really fun.
Yeah, it was, and thank you for sharing that with me. That was very fun.
Thank you for playing along.
Ladies or everyone, that is part of fun, is playing along, right? Seeing what makes you feel like life is fun. That's part of it.
And that's what this whole show is about.
Yes.
What if fun wasn't the reward for a good life, but the way to one?
Yes. So, welcome to the Fun and Bliss Show, where fun becomes your practice and bliss becomes your lifestyle.
I'm Monique Hom. I'm author of the forthcoming book, Fun is the Way, and a woman who accidentally turned a birthday dare into a year of fun and a life of bliss.
I like that. I like how you changed it up a little bit. I'm Moneeka Sawyer, and I am the author of Choose Bliss and a new producer producing my very first feature film, which is also called Choose Bliss, based on my book. We talk all about prioritizing joy and how your light can change the world.
So we are two friends on a mission to remind you that fun isn't frivolous, it's foundational.
Foundational. It's foundational.
Right, I forgot. It's foundational.
Bliss isn't a luxury. It's your birthright. Monique, can I tell my little story around that?
Yeah.
So when I was going through a really dark time, I had a coach who reminded me that we are born as tiny little bundles of bliss. We come into the world with a sense of awe and wonder. We're not afraid to learn. We're not afraid to fall down. We want to walk. We want to discover. We want to connect. And then somehow through life, many of us lose some of that, right? But truly, bliss is how we're born, and it's our birthright.
Yes. And that is what our movement is all about. And we have created a manifesto. This is our why. This is our invitation. This is what this whole thing is about, because we're not just creating a podcast here. We want to create a movement of fun and bliss.
Absolutely. And I just have to apologize in advance because whenever I read this, I get teared up. It is so close to my heart and so represents how I want to experience the world and what we're hoping to pour into you so you can have more fun and bliss in your life too.
Yeah, we created a manifesto. And on this show, which is our first episode, we want to share this Fun and Bliss Manifesto with you and talk a little bit about the why behind the why. Right? Moneeka already started sharing where she got her idea about bliss, but we're gonna start by just reading together this Fun and Bliss Manifesto, and then we'll break it down and talk about why we've chosen this. You ready?
I'm ready. Who's going to start?
Why don't you start?
Okay. So this is the Fun and Bliss Manifesto. We believe fun is not frivolous. Fun is fundamental. It's foundational. Bliss is not a luxury. Bliss is our birthright. Joy doesn't wait until everything is perfect. Joy creates the perfect moment. Laughter is medicine. Play is power. Connection is everything. Hard work may seem to build success, but it's fun and play that manifest our highest and best.
We refuse to live life on autopilot, to trade vitality for busyness, and to postpone joy until someday. We choose to laugh louder, to dance more often, to savor the silly and the sacred alike, to turn fun into a practice, a discipline that carries us into a lifestyle of ease, love, prosperity, and light. We can alternate in this ending part.
Okay. We know fun sparks joy.
Joy creates clarity.
Clarity unlocks confidence.
Confidence births freedom.
We are the ones who dare to be delighted.
The community that plays its way to power.
The collective that reminds the world that fun is the way.
We are the Fun and Bliss Collective, and we invite you to join us.
Yay!
Oh, I love it so much.
Just feels so good.
Yes, yes. So this is our declaration for those who choose fun as a discipline. And we're going to break it down. Let's break this down. So we'll start because Moneeka and I are all about fun and bliss, but I guess we create a collaboration agreement. I guess I'm the fun lane and you're the bliss lane. That's
yeah. They're definitely complementary, but
they work together. For
definitely.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'll start because we believe fun is not frivolous. Fun is foundational. And this is really the heart of my book. And I'll just share a little bit about my backstory, right? How we started this. I decided before the 15th anniversary of my 35th birthday, I'm going to do 50 days of fun leading up to this birthday. And as I started to do this fun every day, which I thought this was just a silly little thing for my birthday. But as I was doing something fun every day, something truly profound happened. I found that I was falling deeply in love with my life. And the thing is, I had a great life before. So it's not like I was hating my life and it's terrible. It was a good life. But there was this richness. There was something really profound that happened when I focused on fun every day. And it was a little bit of fun. It could have been the 30-second dance party. It wasn't necessarily, I had to have fun every single day, every moment. It was just an intentional bit of fun every day. So that by the end of that, I thought, oh, I'm not going to stop at 50. I'm going to go on for a year. So I'm going to do 365 days. And then 365 days came and I went, oh, maybe I'll go to 500. And right now I'm at 450 something. And I realized as I've been going on, and then as I started, when I decided to do 365, I invited others to join me. I was like, I want to do this, but I want to do this in community. Moneeka was like, I'm in. So she started to join, and others did too. And as we started putting in this very deliberate fun, I started to see how serious it was. It's not frivolous, and it is very foundational for a powerful life.
It really is. And I actually wrote a book called Choose Bliss about 9 years ago. And part of what I loved about Monique's idea is that one of the chapters is called Play is the Way. So fun has been such a big piece of one of the big tenets of Bliss from the very beginning. So this is a total marriage of fun and joy and play and all of that stuff. But Bliss is not about being happy all the time. Bliss, from my perspective, is a deep sense of joy and contentment and the confidence that you can handle anything that comes your way. It's about emotional mastery and emotional resilience. And I had to learn this path because I actually have a predisposition to depression. And when I was a child, was badly abused and bullied, not in the house, but outside of the house by other children. And so I had to discover how to find happiness on my own. And so that's been my life journey. As an adult, I was in a car accident where I was crippled for 2 years. I had 14 miscarriages. I've had it hasn't been an easy life, but all of us have challenges. And I think what I discovered and what I really want to share is that no matter what the challenge is, we have choices, right? We can't control what happens out there in the world. We can't control. I couldn't even control what was happening inside my body. But we can always control how we choose to respond. And I got tired of being depressed and being sad, and I wanted to be happy. And so that's what I choose. It's a journey. It's not always easy, and it doesn't mean that you're always happy. Sometimes you're ecstatic, and sometimes you're really sad. It's okay. Bliss is that, I call it the bliss equilibrium. It's my home. It's my home emotion. No matter where I go, no matter what I feel, no matter what I experience, I get to come home to bliss. And through my book, I teach myself, I remind myself and others the tools that help us to easily come home when we're ready.
Yeah, so that's perfect for those next couple lines, right? So bliss is not a luxury. Bliss is our birthright, which I think you did a beautiful job of talking about at the beginning of the show, about how we're all born as blissful babies. And joy doesn't wait until everything is perfect. Joy creates the perfect moment. So life is not perfect. There are car accidents and miscarriages and sick parents and sick kids and sick us, right? Like we get sick and fired and all the things happen. And we can still choose joy and fun and bliss and do these, what we call these bliss disciplines. And I'll continue on. So laughter is medicine, play is power, connection is everything.
So those are bliss disciplines. That's what we were talking about. Those are, like I was talking about, play is the way. Those are the tenets of creating that fun and blissful life. Those are the bliss disciplines. Laughter, play, connection, right? Gratitude. There are lots of them.
Yeah. Hard work may seem to build success, but it's fun and play that manifest our highest and best. Yeah, there's so much to unpack there because I feel like in our culture, especially as Puritan work ethic, hustle and grind, no pain, no gain, I gotta work hard, muscle through, rah, rah, that kind of like, you have to work hard, and it's only through hard work and grinding yourself down to the bone that you will create success. And we found that it's the opposite. It's actually, there is work required. So it's not that you just can sit there in a blissful, like cross-legged position, and things just fall into your lap.
No, that doesn't work, actually.
It does not really, no.
Yeah. No matter what they tell you in law of attraction, action is required, just FYI.
Action is required, but action that's fun and playful.
Or
inspired, that feels good, that raises your energy, like, whoa, that's what causes the miracles.
Yeah. And it doesn't mean that we don't have to still do things that we don't love, but we can spend more of our time doing the things that fit in those categories of fun and joy and inspiring and all of those things. I don't want to brag here, but just to give you some context.
I'm a big fan of bragging.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I want to give you some context that Monique and I met through my real estate podcast. Both of us are, I'm not going to give numbers, but we're very successful real estate empire goddesses. Like, we know how to build a business and how to create success and how to stand in our own footprint and empower other people. But we don't do it in the hustle culture way. The reason we come together with the Fun and Bliss Collective and the Manifesto is because that is how we have built our success and our freedom and our empires and our lives.
Yes, it was always been, and it's a big part of what I've taught as I've helped others as well to invest in real estate, is that pleasure is the pathway. Okay? Mm-hmm. It's pleasure, it's play, it's fun, and those are what really creates magic. Now, I'm so excited that we're on this journey and that we're really presencing this fun and bliss part, because I feel like we were, it's sometimes it's easier to sell the real estate, right? The money, the wealth, the bling, the cash and prizes. But this is the path to a success that's sustainable.
Sustainable is that's the big thing, right? It's sustainable. There's no burnout. There's sometimes, but
it's much less likely.
It's much less likely to have burnout. You're not losing your family. You're not losing all of your money. You're like, it can be a journey through your life, not, what do they say? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, but it's a fun marathon, and you grow through that entire thing. And if things go wrong, you learn from it and you move on, because things do go wrong in life and in real estate.
You can still have fun with it, though.
Absolutely.
That's the thing. You can always choose, you can reach for fun through the challenge. And that's what makes life juicy and delicious, even when it's challenging.
And not only that, but it keeps you more creative and resourceful. If you get stuck in the challenge, you're stuck there.
Yeah.
But if you can pull yourself away from it enough to lighten up your mind and your heart and play and enjoy, you'll come back with a new perspective, new ideas, and a new attraction to the right answer. And I say that, yes, I believe in law of attraction, but people are attracted to fun, happy people. That is true.
100%.
And they want to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we're going to continue on. We refuse to live life on autopilot.
To trade vitality for busyness.
And to postpone joy until someday. Okay, let's unpack that one too.
Okay.
So the living life on autopilot and trading vitality. So all of this kind of goes together, right? But so many of us you commute, you work, you sleep. And it's just this hustle, this hamster wheel, and it's autopilot and it's due. And with some Netflix and chilling and doom scrolling thrown in there, but there's no thought. And there's I will have fun maybe during 10 days of vacation that I had once or twice a year. During the holidays, then I'll have fun. During the summer vacation, then I can have fun. Maybe a Friday night happy hour, I might be able to have a little fun. And it's just autopilot. And it's just busy. And joy is someday in the future. But that's not the game we're playing here.
No. We want to integrate, right? I always say that we're full people. And there's a lot to us. As women, I say we're like diamonds with many facets, right? We have all these facets that glow from who we are on the inside, but it's all us. And that facet of fun and bliss and joy and compassion and love, all of those facets are inside of us. And we want to live our life integrating all of those so we can shine from our very brightest from the inside. You don't want to be like, have the bliss facet dark. You don't want to have, what is it called when there's a black spot in a diamond, right? You don't want the black spots in your diamond. You want to integrate all of it. Yeah, I don't know what's, anyways. But okay, that metaphor totally fell apart. But whatever.
Yeah, you want to gleam.
Want to gleam with all of your facets and integrate all of it. I even used to talk about this when we would talk about real estate. Wealth isn't that thing out there. It's one of the facets also, right? All of it is.
Yeah.
And you want to live your life as a whole because it's so much more fulfilling. It's so much more engaging. It's so much more joyful and blissful and fun. And then you can bring all of those pieces to the pieces that don't feel so good.
Yeah. Love that. And it's funny, when I started to do, and still, I get people telling me, oh my God, you are glowing. I get that all the time from my fun, and I look a lot younger. So people fall out of the chairs when they hear my age. No, wait, what? So it's a fountain of youth, y'all. It really works.
It is. Yeah. Happy people do look younger. That really is true. That's actually clinically proven. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to do the next one because my book is Choose Bliss, all about choice. We choose to laugh louder, to dance more often, to savor the silly and sacred alike. So let's unpack that. I always tell people, smile often and laugh loud. Because there's actually physically a chemical thing that happens in your body when you smile and laugh. Like there's actually endorphins released. So it's not just, sometimes I used to say things like fake it till you make it. Because once you get that smile on, you do just feel better. It starts the momentum. It gets a little inertia going, right?
Yes.
So I choose to smile often and laugh loud. Dance more often. Well, Monique and I, you heard all about that. And the other thing about dance is it's really good for the body. Like even if you just do it on your own, it is so good for the body to connect your mind and your body and your soul. Music and rhythm, since the beginning of time, has been changing our physiology and moving to it, right?
Is that great Amy Cuddy TED Talk about the power poses and just getting into 2 minutes and like standing like Superman or just victory arms, that it releases all these positive hormones in your brain. It drops stress. It makes people way more likely to get hired, do better on tests. There are all of these. Yeah, there's a lot of studies that talk about how the laughing, the dancing, the just putting yourself in the physiology of fun and success really shifts things. And I love the line about savoring the silly and the sacred. And the savoring. There's something that's the juice, the savor, the mindfulness. There was a study about if you just took the time to really taste your food, and you lose a lot of weight. I have a friend who lost 20 pounds doing nothing else other than savoring her meals. And so you savor the silly moments, you bring in silly, but there's also this sacredness. You can have fun in one of my disciplines is going for a sunrise walk every morning. And I love seeing the sunrise and the colors change in the sky. And for me, that's very sacred. And just getting out into nature and being part of that. And that is, but it's the savoring piece, right? So often we can just walk past things and not notice because our lives are filled with miraculous. There's so much to be in awe of. And when we can just take a moment to savor that, the magic that is our life, that is our world, there's a lot of gold in that.
I'd also like to talk about this word sacred. This is such a cultural word in its meaning. So some countries, sacred is all about God related, and the dogmas and the rituals around that. And in some cultures, the sacred is about being alive. It's about being alive, being on this planet, and the sacredness of this experience. So there's a whole gamut of what sacred is. And so you can write that story. Like when you're savoring silly and sacred, silly is sacred, right? To its own degree, because it's a part of being alive. And so you can rewrite that story, rewrite the script on what's sacred, and make your disciplines, your practice of honoring your own joy a part of the sacred journey for you.
Yeah, which is perfect into our next line. Turn fun into a practice, a discipline that carries us into a lifestyle of ease, love, prosperity, and light. So this is really where the magic happens when you make this a discipline, where it's when you go to the gym, right? Okay, I went to the gym once. Why don't I have a six-pack abs? Why can't I?
Help me understand this here.
Yeah, like I went once. Like, why didn't I lose any weight? Why aren't I buff? What is happening? Sorry, boo. You got to do it more than once. It has to be a practice if you want. And you can't sleep once. I sat 8 hours last
I should be done.
Yeah. I ate a meal once. I was like, no, this is something that has to keep happening. And the choosing of laughter, of dance, of savoring, of fun, that's what we call disciplines. And it's those daily, and for everybody, it's different, right? It's not what causes me to have my bliss. It could be very different than what is yours. And that's okay. We each get to choose what that is for us. But we have to choose to do that, to lean into it and I think it's really helpful to have a daily thing that you do, but even if it's not every day, even if it's a few times a week, but really it's the discipline of those things that cause a life of bliss. That's what makes all the difference.
And really prioritizing it. Yeah. As businesswomen, we know that if it's not on the calendar, it's not going to happen. And so it's on the calendar. That's how I prioritize it. And it's not on the calendar, oh, I can change that. No, it's on the calendar like it's a meeting. But like that is a thing for you, your morning walks. That's not I think today I won't do it. It's on the calendar. It's planned into the day. And you don't have to prioritize this every single day, but do prioritize it. My husband and I have been married for 31 years. And part of that has to do with we have prioritized a date night every single week since we were dating. So there was a time when I was doing an import business. I was traveling around the United States to trade shows. And I might have a trade show in Atlanta on Monday through Wednesday and a trade show from Friday to Sunday in Seattle. And I would come home for that one night for date night. Like it's on the calendar. And that is one of the bliss practices for my husband and I to stay joyfully married. So the prioritizing those things, making them important, and understanding that you deserve them and they deserve to be in your calendar. Those are all things that will help the blissciplines to really, really transform your life.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, I wake up at 5 a.m. That's when I know I can do certain things. I don't love waking up at 5 a.m. but I love how I feel after my morning of meditation and prayer and a walk and all those things that I get to do in the morning before life gets going. And that really causes the bliss. So it'd be so easy to just go, no, I'd rather sleep. But I know I go to bed early, I wake up early, I do those things, and that's what causes that. That helps me have more ease, love, prosperity, and light in my life. So we know that fun sparks joy, joy creates clarity, and clarity unlocks confidence. And confidence births freedom. Do you want to talk about that?
Fun sparks joy it seems so fundamental. Right? But I think that we don't really get the impact that fun can have on us. For instance, you might feel, I'm having a really bad day. I don't feel like having fun. But the action of doing something fun will spark a shift in that mood. So this is, again, another one of those things that we physiologically and psychologically can change our current state or mood by taking certain actions. Fun is one of those things that can spark not just joy, but so many other things inside of us. Creativity, resourcefulness, excitement, all of those things. And those all can be wrapped up, I guess we could say, in joy, right?
Yeah.
So that is the spark. And sometimes it takes us a little bit of time to get going on that, right? But once you've got the inertia of that, it will spark so much more in your life.
Yeah, there's a cascading effect, right? So
Absolutely.
The fun creates the joy. The joy helps you create clarity. And the clarity unlocks confidence, and the confidence births freedom. And that's what we're here. That's the game we're trying to play here.
Yeah. Could you share a little bit about the joy creates clarity, Monique?
Yeah. So you started to talk about the different things that show up with the joy, the creativity, the
resourcefulness.
Yeah. So those things show up. But there's another way in which joy is a really powerful way to have clarity. I truly believe that what is leading to your joy, what raises your energy, what feels fun is the direction we are meant to go. So you can use joy as a compass. You can use fun as a compass because ultimately anything we're doing, right? All the goals that we have, those goals because we think when I have X amount of money, or I have this position at work, or I have that child, or I have this thing, or I get that dog, or whatever it is, or I have those shoes or that purse or whatever it is you set as your goal. Ultimately, you have that goal because you think that when you have that, it's going to bring you joy. You don't want that. You don't want this job if you think it's going to be drudgery. You don't want the stuff because you think it's going to be terrible. You want it because you think, oh, it's going to make me happier. I'm going to be joyful when I have that thing. So you can go after that thing, or you can do this is the hack, right? This is what really works, is to actually just move towards the joy. Because what you want is the joy. We often think we want X, Y, Z, and then so often, I know I've definitely been there. I get X, Y, Z, and no, this doesn't feel good at all. This wasn't what I wanted.
But XYZ is more like the stepping stone to the final goal, right? So
sometimes it is the goal. Like I thought that being a lawyer would make me happy, right? I was taught as a kid that if I was going to be happy and successful, I needed to be a doctor, a lawyer, professor, engineer. And I was like, I'm not as into the math and sciences, so I guess I'll be a lawyer, right? And so that I was like, okay, so I'll be a lawyer and then I'll be happy. And then I went to law school, I was like, ugh, I really don't like this, but when I'm a lawyer, then I'll be happy. And then I get into this big law firm partnership track and I'm like, ugh, really don't like this, but maybe when I'm a partner, I'll be happy. And I'm really not happy as an associate, but who's happy as a law firm associate? But then when I looked at what the partners were doing, they were just doing more of what I didn't like. Like plus admin. I was like, ew. It's like a pie eating contest where the prize is more pie and the pie is made of poo. And I was like, this is not it. But I did it because I thought I would be happy. I thought I would have this joy. And so I kept climbing this ladder and going down this path to try to get joy. But if I had really tuned in, I would have realized that every path, that every part of that journey, it did not feel good. It did not feel good. It was the opposite of feeling good. Every part of that felt like, bleh, yuck. Like it literally made me sick to my stomach. I went my first semester of law school, I kept having these horrible stomach aches. I went to the clinic at Columbia and the doctor sat me down. He says, you are suffering from law school. He literally said, you are suffering from law school. He's like, no. It's stress. I could give you these pills, but probably better if you try yoga and meditation, which I did, and that helped. But I should have known then. It was not, like my whole body was telling me, no, this doesn't feel good. And so I was going after this kind of wasn't totally arbitrary, but this what I've been told would lead to joy and success. But if I tuned into my internal joy, I would have not gone in that direction. I would have gone in the opposite direction. There were other things that did bring me joy, I've learned since to pay attention to that and what brings joy, what lights me up, what raises my energy. That's the direction I move into. That's how I get clarity with joy. It's using joy as your compass. You use how you want to feel as your compass. Fun is my compass. And so when I know that, when I tune in and I start to deliberately practice fun, then fun leads to joy. And the joy leads me to, this is causing joy. I'm moving in that direction. And then as I move towards that, I have that clarity. Okay, this is what raises my energy. This is what is joyful. Now I have confidence because I'm doing it, and it tends to happen with a lot more ease, and it feels so good, and so I feel more confident. And now when I'm living this confident life that feels good, hello, that's freedom. That's what we're here for, to have this life that feels good. That's what being free is, I think, for me, where you get to do what you want, with whom you want, when you want, for as much as you want. That's freedom.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And fun is the catalyst for that. And the blissciplines are the catalyst for that.
I love that. You're not passionate about that at all.
Not at all. I really don't care. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I'm a tiny bit into it.
Thank you for sharing all that passion. Yes. So we are the ones who dare to be delighted, the community that plays its way to power, the collective that reminds the world that fun is the way.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
And that's it. Nothing else to be said. Be delighted.
Yeah, dare to be delighted. And it is, like, it shouldn't be revolutionary, but in this culture, it is. It is. This is not what we are taught, people. We are not taught that this is okay. Especially as women. Yes, you should have fun. You should enjoy your life. After
you do all your important things.
You take care of everybody else.
Yes.
So as role as daughter, as wife, as mother, as employee, as boss, whatever it is, when everybody else's needs are met and everybody else is taken care of, then you can take the crumbs and then have fun with it. But that's selfish for you to try to do anything else. It's, yeah, you shouldn't do that as a woman. And I personally think it's selfish not to. Because if you don't do that, when you do practice your bliss disciplines, when you do choose fun, you are your best self. And you show up as this like being of light and joy. You raise up everybody's energy around you. You have so much more to give because you are coming with a full cup. You're overflowing. And from your overflow, you can serve. And nobody is more powerful, is more attractive, is more magnetic than a woman in her joy and bliss. And that's how we become a community. It plays its way to power because that is us at our most powerful. And not in a way that stamps other people down, but in a way that empowers others. Empowers ourselves and everyone around us.
It's really interesting because I'll have people tell me, Moneeka, you walk into a room and the whole room lights up. Or I invite you to hang out when I'm feeling down and I need a lift because your energy is always so good. And those same people will say things like, Moneeka, you're a hedonist. Like that, like everybody's got an opinion of who you're supposed to be and how you're supposed to show up. And really the only opinion that matters is your own, not because you're selfish, but because you know what empowers you to be your best self for yourself and also for your world and the people that you love. And only you can make that choice. People can say whatever they want to say. They can say what's true for them. But because it's true for them does not make it true for you. And you standing in this footprint of joy and playfulness and fun will make you a beacon in the world of what's possible. And I've experienced that in my life, and I know Monique has experienced it in hers. And when you're that beacon, there's a huge ripple effect that goes out there. And a lot of it comes back to you. A lot of that joy and that yummy energy comes back to you because we all feed each other.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
And what I want to underscore something you said, because y'all, you might get some flack for this.
Absolutely.
We are a collective that reminds the world that fun is the way. And we're the Fun and Bliss Collective, and we want you to join us. Our mission is to make it normal.
Normalize it. Yes.
Our mission is to normalize this. Our mission is for everybody to just do this, right? We're going to F the Puritan work ethic. We're going to have the fun play ethic, right? This is the fun bliss ethic. That's what we want. Like people, oh no, how do we make this more fun? How do we have more play? What's our bliss? Where we ask, have you done your bliss disciplines today? Where we empower each other in that. We want that to be normal. And we want everybody to do that because, whoa, what an incredible world it's going to be when we all show up like that. And until everybody does that, or most people do that, or enough people do that, you might get some flack for it. You might get
because people don't understand it.
They don't understand it. Yeah.
No.
And our culture has idolized, has fetishized hustle and grind and hard work and pain and suffering.
Sadness and drama. And you're so much more cool if you're having a bad day than if you're having a good day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the melancholic type is romanticized rather than the person with the big smile who's actually called a dork. So we all there's a very definitive cultural belief around this. And what we need is some new beacons, some new role models, some new people standing up for the beauty in life, for the joy in life, for unity and inclusion and kindness and love and fun and joy and bliss and good feelings and being able to sleep well at night, right? And being able to perform because you're happy, not because somebody's stomping on your head. our world needs this right now, but we're not doing it necessarily because we need it. We're doing it because it's really fun to do it. It just feels better.
Yeah. We're doing it because it's fun, but I honestly, like you were saying, I'm passionate about this. I think our world needs it. I think if more people lean into this, we're going to come up with creative solutions. We're going to have a better world. We're going to be nicer people. We're going to maybe end wars. This is more than a philosophy. I think this is a revolution, right? This is not just, oh, it's so we're going to play, we're going to laugh and blah, blah, blah. No, I honestly think we're going to change the fucking world. Excuse my French. Yeah. But yeah,
it's a revolution. Yeah. And actually, one of the things I was most attracted to this idea with you, Monique, is that I, for years, have been calling my bliss movement the Bliss Revolution. Like for 10 years, I've been calling it that. And it is. It's a way of changing the world, creating change, real foundational change. It is a revolution.
Yes. We are done shrinking. We are done waiting for permission. This is our rising time, and we're doing it through laughter, connection, joy, through our blissciplines. This is what we are about. And in particular, I want everybody to join us, but in particular, we are talking to a woman who's in midlife. If you're like, this is a revolution. I think this is such a critical part for so many of us. And so this is a revolution for midlife women in particular. Midlife is not the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of
the
us.
New beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So we, Monique and I, want to pour all of our bliss and joy and fun into you every week when we visit you through this podcast. We just want to pour it out. So feel it, engage, join us. If you know any other women that need this, please invite them to join you and join us in this new world of play and fun and bliss and uplifting our energy and our vibration so that we can all live happier lives. Share it with people you love. They deserve it too.
Yeah. And we have a fun spark. So every episode, we have a fun spark for you. This week, this time, it's to sign the manifesto. Mm-hmm. So I want you to go to our website, which the link will be in the show notes. Add your name as a founding member of the Fun and Bliss movement. Sign the manifesto, commit, and join the movement. And show and tag us at Fun and Bliss and hashtag Fun and Bliss Manifesto, so we know you are with us.
Yay. Thank you for joining us for this first episode. You can't tell that we're passionate about this at all, but I just want you to know that we are. And so we want to share laughter with you every week. So please come back and join us, and we will see you next time.
We'll see you next time. Oh, and enjoy the song.
Oh, yes. Enjoy the song. Here it comes.
I spent too long waiting for someday. Checking the boxes, doing it right. Chasing the gold, start chasing the next thing. While life was passing me by.
Thank you for tuning in to the Fun and Bliss Show,
where fun is our practice
and bliss is our lifestyle.
If this episode sparked your joy,
share it, subscribe, and join the movement.
Stay fun,
stay blissful,
and see you next time.
Take his hand. Fun is